Your gut has an incredible amount of control over your overall health. By identifying that your gut is out of whack, you can start to take steps that better your general health. Here are 12 signs and symptoms that your gut health needs help, and how to fix it. 1. You struggle with constipation. Your diet may be low in fiber, which can help with constipation and bloating. To improve it, try gradually increasing one's intake of high-fiber foods such as fruit, veggies, 100% whole grains, and legumes, along with drinking more water. A gradual increase is advised because some individuals are prone to bloating as their body adjusts to higher fiber intakes. Also, try incorporating some type of daily activity to move your body more may help as well. 2. You have chronic gastrointestinal discomfort. Chronic GI discomfort like abdominal pain, bloating, gas, diarrhea, constipation, heartburn, nausea are often indicators of compromised gut health. An estimated 10 to 20% of Americans suffer from some form of chronic gastrointestinal discomfort. While this is not uncommon, it's also not normal. Common gastrointestinal irritants include high levels of fat, fried foods, caffeine, alcohol, carbonation, gum, dairy, gluten, artificial sweeteners. It's super helpful to get to know your body and learn which of these foods, if any, make your body feel good or not so good. 3. You bloat up and get gassy after eating certain foods. This could be a sign that you might have an intolerance. To improve your gut health, try listening to your body. If you always get bloated or gassy after eating a meal, try to find the common denominator in those meals and cut it out for a solid 2 weeks. Some common ones are gluten, dairy, and soy. 4. You have problems sleeping. If you're not getting a good night's sleep, wake up feeling unrefreshed, or struggle with nighttime awakenings, this could signal gut problems. To improve, try eating more fiber in your diet. Consume more foods that contain probiotics, get regular exercise, avoid alcohol, and avoid fatty or sugary foods. 5. You have a combination of chronic diarrhea, fatigue, and headache. This could be a sign of a leaky gut, which refers to an unhealthy gut lining where there are gaps between the cells allowing partially digested food, toxins, and bugs to penetrate into tissues beneath it. This can trigger inflammation and changes in the gut bacteria. To improve the symptoms, try removing foods that can be inflammatory, including alcohol, overly processed foods, certain medications, and foods that cause allergies or sensitivities. 6. You have unexplained fatigue and sluggishness. The gut is in constant communication with our brain, and the microbiome plays a vital role in your mental health and the way you respond to stress. Food affects how you feel, which manifests in your mood. While mood disorders are not solely regulated by gut health, it's definitely a factor. If you're dealing with new swings in mood or increased anxiety, you may want to tune into your diet and lifestyle and how it may be affecting you at a deeper level. To improve, try getting adequate sleep, with that being at least 7 hours of restful sleep per night, adequate hydration, that's about 8 to 10 8-ounce glasses of water per day, engage in stress management, and get plenty of exercise. 7. You recently finished a dose of antibiotics. It's known that antibiotics alter our gut microbiome and can put us at risk for nutrient deficiencies. When you have a bacterial infection and are prescribed a dose of antibiotics, the antibiotics are not specific enough to target only the bad bacteria, and the course of antibiotics ends up wiping out many good bacteria as well. Probiotics are live microorganisms found in fermented foods, and they're great because they provide more good bacteria for your gut. It's recommended to have 2 tablespoons of fermented food like kimchi or sauerkraut a day, and like everything else, it's great to vary the types of fermented foods you eat for your gut health. 8. You have a constant heartburn after eating certain foods. Your stomach and esophagus are part of your digestive tract, and you may be creating too much of an acidic environment. To improve this system, it may be as simple as you're eating too fast. We all do. Take your time between bites. Chew your food. Put your fork down between bites. Some foods that can specifically trigger acid reflux are coffee, chocolate, alcohol, greasy foods, highly processed sugary foods, all the fun things. But you need to ask yourself, is the juice worth the squeeze? And in this case, the juice is a miserable pain in your chest after eating that makes doing anything unbearable. 9. You have a poor mood or depression. Gut microbes help produce metabolites such as bile acids and short-chain fatty acids, which influence key intermediates of the serotonin pathway. Serotonin constricts blood vessels and brings on sleep and is also involved in temperature regulation. It also plays a role in bone metabolism and immune reaction. About 95% of serotonin resides in the gut. Inefficient production of serotonin may lead to disturbances in sleep and mood. To help this process, consume fiber, fruits, and vegetables that promote microbiota diversity. The consumption of prebiotics and probiotics help increase serotonin. Also, consuming foods containing tryptophan serve as a precursor to serotonin production. These include seaweed, spinach, watercress, pumpkin leaves, and mushrooms. 10. You have frequent, painful gas. Gas and bloating can be tricky to treat. For many, persistent gas may be a sign of functional intestinal gas disorder such as GERD or IBS and would be best evaluated and treated by an intestinal gas physician and registered dietitian. A couple of tips that may help include slowing down when eating, reduce carbonated beverages and gum chewing, and consider reducing known gastric irritants. These include garlic, chocolate, alcohol, spicy foods, greasy fatty foods, and large portions are all associated with reflux and upper GI gas. You may also consider reducing the portions of highly gassy foods in one sitting or over the course of one day. This may include beans, cauliflower, artichokes, Brussels sprouts, for example. We would suggest keeping a food log to evaluate for potential foods that may be triggering these symptoms. 11. You have frequent illness or infection. The gut microbiome plays a role in bolstering your immunity. A poor immune response may be a sign of an unhealthy gut. A study showed those who had lower levels of gut bacteria caused by taking antibiotics showed a lower immune response to a flu vaccine compared to a group who had normal gut bacteria. However, you can improve your health by eating a well-balanced diet with probiotic foods like yogurt, kimchi, and other fermented foods. A well-balanced diet also includes a nutritionally varied diet with the inclusion of dietary fiber and fermented milk. This can help with the stimulation of the immune system and increased resistance to infection. 12. You have chronic diarrhea. In the case of diarrhea, it's the rate at which food moves through the GI tract. For diarrhea, food moves quickly through the GI tract, exiting our body in liquid form, sometimes with undigested food. The foods we eat, changes in our schedules, stress levels, hydration, and fiber intake all have an influence on the way our stool passes. To improve this, we need to bind it up. Try adding sources of soluble fiber, those fibers that reabsorb water in the large intestine, giving form to the stool. Soluble fiber sources include oats, peas, beans, apples, citrus fruits, carrots, and barley. Limit high-sugar foods and large amounts of fluids with meals. Avoid engaging in exercise or a lot of movement immediately after meals, as this will make foods pass through the GI tract more quickly. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, please subscribe to this YouTube channel, and don't forget to give this video the thumbs up. And I'm sure you're going to enjoy our next video on 12 natural leaky gut syndrome cures to treat and heal the body. Thanks for watching, and bye for now.